Mary Kate, good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Marcia.
So let's
Thanks for
talk
having me.
about Trump's inaugural address. He painted a dark picture of America, but said it was the start of a new golden age. What was your takeaway? How did it make you feel?
I didn't know what to expect, especially after his first inaugural in 2017, when he started talking with American Carnage and sort of went darker from there. So I wasn't sure what was going to come out of his mouth. The fact that he opened with, I wrote down a few notes of some of the lines that I thought were really pretty good. The opening line, "The golden age of America begins right now." I'd rather hear that than American Carnage. He talked about the top priority being a nation that is proud and prosperous and free, and that a tide of change is sweeping our country. So I thought the opening was really good. Uh, the thing that was unexpected was him going into this basically legislative laundry list of all the things he had promised that he is going to now enact. Usually, you would save that for the State of the Union address in another month or so, and so I was like, I wonder why he's going there. But then the ending came back with this litany of we will stand proudly, all this, and that our golden age has just begun. And so he ended again on this up note. The middle, at first, I didn't know what to expect because I thought, why is he going into all these legislative details? But then as the day unfolded and he did something we've never seen before, which was sign executive orders in front of huge crowds of people. I think it was all about him delivering on what he had promised. And I think that was very effective for the people who had voted for him, many of whom are not Trump supporters, but they wanted change. And he was showing that he was willing to enact the change on the spot.
And he is the showman,
It worked.
and he orchestrated that loud and clear. So, was there a best and worst moment of yesterday for you?
I thought the best moment was him saying, "Impossible is what we do best," and I think that's going to be the line that lives from that inaugural address. I think that really resonated with a lot of people who feel like they're in an impossible situation right now. And then the worst, I would say, there's plenty of political things that could come back and bite him. So some of those were not wise. The one that at the time I thought, oh, this is a disaster, was when the music didn't start for Carrie Underwood to speak. And I thought, oh man, how are they going to fix this? And Carrie Underwood rose to the occasion and got everybody in the room singing. And I thought, wow, they turned that one around. But that one really made me cringe when it first started, and then turned out great.
Okay, gold star for Carrie Underwood. I want to ask you about the pardons. Very controversial, even among Republicans. J.D. Vance, even a couple weeks ago, was saying if you committed a crime, you should serve out your time in prison. A lot of these people pleaded guilty. What do you make of this? And was this a political fail for the president on day one?
We'll see. We'll see how it unfolds and who some of these people are. We haven't heard from any of them yet. Some people think they're a bunch of grandmothers. Some of them think they are very violent people. So I think it's going to be a mixed bag when we hear about it. But the thing that I think is just as upsetting was Biden pardoning his family after the inaugural ceremonies had started. And I thought that has really caused a lot of angst on both sides because of the precedent it sets. And I think there's plenty of Democrats who have come out and said that was not wise either. So both of them are doing this stuff with the pardons that I think could come back to bite later. And we'll see how it unfolds. But it was a crazy day on both sides for the pardon scene. It was really, I did not see that one coming.
Right. And to your point about who was being pardoned or released, one of them reportedly the leader of the Proud Boys. He has been pardoned by Donald Trump. So today is his first day in office. You and I talk. I know you have a connection with Canada. I'm sure you're well aware of the fact that there is a lot of nervousness here about the tariffs, about the relationship between these two countries that have always enjoyed a friendship. What is your assessment of the tariffs, of Trump's feeling about Canada right now?
I've seen a number of interviews with senior advisors of his before they came into office, obviously, talking about their hope for an even better relationship with Canada and closer ties. and they were sort of dismissive of the stuff that President Trump was saying about President-elect Trump was saying about Canada being the 51st state. I think a lot of that maybe was almost teasing and goading of Trudeau, but I'm cautiously optimistic that it's going to be a great relationship going forward with Canada. And I think President Trump is very aware of what's going on with Mexico and Canada, if anything, more so than some of our other allies. He did not mention Canada in the inaugural address. I checked, and I'm glad he didn't. I think it was smart to kind of let that lie and see where we can go from here, because I think there's a lot of hope for a renewed relationship, which I think would be great.
Well, from your lips to his ears. Mary Kate Cory, thank you so much. Mary Kate Cory is a former White House speechwriter for President George H.W. Bush. As always, great to chat.